Hi, everyone. Something that came to my mind today is the lovely topic of anger. I've never met a soul that has told me that they've never been angry in their life, ever. And that's the thing that we forget, or now we're remembering, is that nothing separates us but situations. We all feel the same thing. And I think we get in this mindset that we have to have all or nothing. Like there can't be ever any anger for there to be pure happiness, or we just are not happy. And the fact is that even if we were stranded on a deserted island by ourselves, we are still going to feel anger. It's just the nature of the beast. It's the energetic signals for us to look within, something that we need to embrace and purge, because anger is an artificial vibration. And that's why it doesn't flow properly. If we don't deal with it and look at it, it keeps coming back up into the conscious mind. The subconscious will continue to push it back up. And so when we realize that nothing really separates us, we can step outside of ourselves to learn how to communicate authentically with each other without it being in a reactionary sort of way. For instance, in this spectrum of spirituality or enlightenment or whatever we want to call it on social media, we are sharing the intimate details of ourselves, the things that we don't really share with people in public, our psyche. And that can be a very touchy subject for some of us at certain times, depending on the energy or the flow of the day or what we're going through at the time. And so that's why it's important not to really take things personally when we receive an energy that doesn't feel good from someone else. The energy is just there to teach us two things: teach us lessons inwardly and to teach us what lessons outwardly, which is an internal lesson. It's like that cycle. And so when we recognize that we don't have to be reactionary in a way that projects that same frequency that maybe doesn't feel good to ourselves, we're able to change a frequency and actually turn it around and recreate it into a scenario or an energy that feels good to self and the other person involved. Or we just don't even have to react at all. Silence is golden for so many reasons. And I think it's because we get in this cycle of everyone reacts to each other. Someone gets mad, someone gets mad, and they start biting each other off. And really, it's just an energy that we need to look within ourselves to check. And so, if we stop, like for me, if I start to feel myself getting angry, I will stop myself and go, okay, Lori, what is it about this situation that's making you angry? Is it you? Is it the person? Yes, it's both, right? Because everything is a reflection. So I try to stop that frequency before I start projecting it. That doesn't mean that always happens, because perfection isn't about not being angry. It's about being able to shift within it to come back full circle to that meditative state of mind. That is where the perfection is. It's taking ownership of the things we feel, of the things that we do, because that's the way to get into self evolution, to zip away the layers of the conditioned ways that we've been taught and how we've seen how things are done and the way we thought things work, even for ourselves. I've totally changed the way that I think about everything in life while still carrying the same passions that I've always had, which is truth, seeing energy. Um, One of the things that I've sort of evolved into is I don't seek truth anymore. I'm learning to trust the fact that I can see it. And so being able to see the energy of someone else before I react is where the magic is. That is how we learn to use our empathic abilities in someone's tone of voice, their body language, the words that they choose, the word placement. There's so many things that can pull our mind to read the energy of someone else. And anger is a huge one. And when we don't react to it, it completely changes the situation, because if someone reacts to you in anger and you don't respond, those words echo in their head. It just bounces back. There's nothing to project that and churn it up and to make it into something that it's not. So as I tell you, I tell myself, the next time there's a frequency of anger or discomfort, before reacting, let's take a step back breathe, and look at it as if we were guiding someone else. I love you to the moon, family. Have a great afternoon.